Welcome, good evening. My name is Israel and the studio with me is
Mustafa Abdulmalik.
good afternoon, Mr. Mustafa.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, yes, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Are you?
Okay, and our evening wrap up. Welcome to our evening wrap up for today. And we just want you to join us on this conversation. Please kindly follow us on our social media handle as we on Aspheric News on Instagram, Aspheric News on Twitter, official Aspheric News on Facebook, and do not forget to follow to read our content and breaking news on at www.asphericnews.com. Please kindly subscribe on our social media channels on YouTube at Aspheric TV. We'll be discussing the breaking news issues matters for Nigeria, especially the swearing in of the CJN of Nigeria, which was performed by the President Muhammadu Buhari this evening. That was back maybe not 2-3 hours ago.
Yes, yes.
Today, what is your take about it, and what do you have to say to Nigeria?
Well, they took, I think, Justice Tanko, Muhammad, resignation took Nigerians unaware because Nigerians were like expecting the rumble in at the Supreme Court, especially that concerning the accusation of the other justice, 14 justices against him of for not carrying them along relating to their welfare and complaint. So, but all of a sudden this morning, Nigerians were like expecting. Nobody expected this. Suddenly, surfaced somewhere that look, Justice submitted his resignation. You understand? So, and up till the time that Justice Ariwoola was sworn in, I believe that so many people they weren't in the know that Justice Tanko has fully resigned until the President Muhammadu Buhari performed the swearing in of his successor. Congratulations to Justice Ariwoola. At least based on what they are saying, that he has up to 2027 or so in service. So let's just watch and see. Probably whether he will be confirmed as a substantive CJN, we don't know. Because this thing is a prerogative.
Is there a period that you need to stay as an acting CJN before you've been confirmed?
You see, there are a lot of politics behind it. Otherwise, ordinarily, he is the most senior justice among the justices.
This shrine says that automatically you take over.
You take over. But you understand? At times there are politics behind it, so you discover that the president can decide to override. Remember the issue of the sacked CJN. What's his name? Onege. It took a kind of a in here and there before the president finally confirmed him. Otherwise, the president was like dragging feet not to confirm him. He was like pressurized by Nigerians to say, okay, this man must be confirmed. I think is it the one that confirmed him? No, the president was ill. He was not in the country. It was the acting president then that confirmed him. I believe that he has the nod of the Mr. President for the confirmation, but I still believe that it was needless. And it shows that being acting CJN doesn't automatically mean that you succeed. That is what it means. It's a matter of what the president
wants. Does it mean that it's only when you have the support of the president that you succeed?
See, the process is this. The NJC will make the confirmation. Will make the recommendation.
They are autonomous.
NJC will make
but you know that they are autonomous.
They are autonomous.
Yes,
being
autonomous
doesn't mean based on the recommendation of NJC, the president has the final say to confirm, and that is why.
Don't you think there's a political interference within the politicians and judiciary?
Well, as you can see now, there's no clear-cut separation of power between.
But the law said they're autonomous.
The law says so, but when somebody now decides to confirm and determine your financial capacity and capability, you drive your funding from somebody, it means that person who played the paper dictated the tune. That is what it means, and that is what it means in this case now. The executive determine who becomes the CJN at the end of the day. The NJC made the recommendation. Then the executive now confirm who he or she wants. That is exactly what is the case in this case now. So I just believe that Nigerians at the end of the day, they will mount pressure on the Mr. President to say, okay, after 3 months, confirm this man as the substantive CJN. You understand?
But the law said 3 months.
It's within 3 months as acting.
Yes.
So by the time he starts dragging beyond the 3 months, that is when Nigerians will start raising concern to say, okay, this man is supposed to be confirmed. Within that 3 months, he should be confirmed. If he's not going to be confirmed, then it will be reviewed. And that review is what calls for concern among Nigerians. Let me tell you another thing again. Do you know until Justice Mary Odili resigned based on age, there was this rumor here and there that they just want to ease her out of the system because she became the most senior. Had it been she's still in the service, she would be the most senior and automatically become the acting CJN, but she left before this.
Congratulations to the CJN.
Yeah.
But there is this whole issue of certificate of presidential candidate of APC.
Yeah.
So what actually your stake about it?
Well, my stake, if you ask me my stake, I would say someone with after almost about remember that 2014 2015 we had this similar issue of certificate, and we're having a reputation of same certificate this time around. It just like you and I now, if you want to discipline me or I want to discipline you, you should be able to live an exemplary life to say, okay, this is why you're disciplining me. You shouldn't be found wanting over what you are trying to discipline me over. That is the case in this case. Well, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's campaign group said they are unperturbed because, according to them, they said their principal met all the requirements that concern the amended Electoral Act. But if you observe from his form that he submitted at INEC, he completely left out the primary and secondary school column.
Which was what the Constitution states
that you must at least get
certificate or equivalent.
So
if you have equivalent means you can have a university or equivalent. Say equivalent in experience.
See,
that was section.
Yes, this thing is technical. You can't jump to the university without. There's a prerequisite. There's something that you must use to apply.
No, but the law said if you have equivalent and experience or experience.
What experience this time around? What is the equivalent now? He didn't submit anything. He only submitted his university degree certificate, and that is why Nigerians are clamoring. And even a civil society organization has already gone to court to compel IGP to arrest Tinubu right now, as we are talking now, within 48 hours to arrest Tinubu. You understand? But it's quite unfortunate that Ahmed Tinubu himself seems as if he doesn't bother with what is happening. As we are talking now, he has gone to France. Understand? It means it's non-issue to him. It's non-issue to his campaign group. It's non-issue to APC as a party. But interesting days ahead, because I believe the court will determine.
Do you think that by doing all of this, they are giving more chances to the opposition to take over?
See, the truth is that the opposition, are they even doing well? You understand? Remember this morning we said that, look, the opposition need to close rank. They need to come together and form a formidable opposition. Otherwise, if they continue like this, I don't see any hope in the opposition defeating APC. And that is why APC is just doing what they are doing. If APC, take for instance, like in 2015, they the contest was between APC and PDP. And if you observe very well, PDP, the then government, they were like living in a jittery. They were like afraid. But in this case now, you discover that up to now, APC, being the ruling party, they have no running mate. They have no what they call it a placeholder. A placeholder that there is no room for placeholder according to the INEC. But up to now, they have not resolved who is a running mate of their candidate. Which it means that the opposition is not even strong enough to give them that fight. That is why they don't care.
Unless people said that they only vote P2B and Okowa.
Yes. Well, I only support Ohaneze Ndigbo youth, because if you look at it very well, it's a matter of equity. You understand? It's a matter of equity since 1999 till now. Obasanjo is from Southwest. Yaradua is from Northwest. Jonathan is from South. Then we have Buhari again from Northwest. Then again, Southwest again want to succeed Buhari. That is where equity does not come into play in this regard, and that is why a right thinking Nigerian that want Nigeria as a one country should not shy away from the fact of supporting Peter Obi this time around. But politicians, they have their own way of doing things. Nigerians believe that politics is a game of number. Despite being a game of number, there's common sense. It's a matter of you support me, I support you. If I support you today, you support me tomorrow. That's what it means. If Ohaneze Ndigbo youth are coming out to say, look, they are going to support Peter Obi come 2023, they are right. It's a matter of equity.
Because they feel that it's their turn.
It's their turn. It's just unfortunate that APC, being the ruling party, they're supposed to inculcate this in their constitution to say, okay, zoning should be part of their constitution. But they completely left that out. They completely left that out, relying on gentleman agreement. Gentleman agreement is what has put the APC in this quagmire. If you look at it very well, the same thing applicable to PDP. PDP on the other hand, they had it in their constitution, this zoning and rotational presidency, they had it, but they decided in their last primaries to just shove it aside, which is not appropriate, and that is why we are where we are right now. If you observe very well, APC cannot make headway because of issue of running mate. If left for me, they made a mistake. If they had decided to say, okay, power shift to the south after President Muhammadu Buhari, and someone like Rotimi Amechi clinched the ticket, all this issue of saying having problem of who to be the running mate, it wouldn't arise. It will solve itself. But unfortunately, they decided to play themselves, and today now, Bola Tinubu is a Muslim, and the Northerners are saying, look, we cannot vote a Christian minority if a Christian minority becomes the running mate to Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay, so what you really have to say concerning the position of Nigerian youth in politics?
Well, if you look at it very well,
because there is a press briefing today,
yeah,
with the non-governmental organizations,
yeah,
insisting that the youth must take over in the 2023 election.
Yeah.
So my question is, what's the preparation? Are we preparing now, or we prepared before now? Because
the question is, who is a youth among these contestants? Who is a youth?
Everybody said that we are the youth. We are for the youth, and we are the youth.
You see, the definition of youth now, it's in Nigerian context is different to what youth is according to the universal definition of youth. According to the universal definition of youth, youth is from 18 to 35 or 40. But if you look at it very well now, in fact, let's just leave that way. That look, well, to me, youth have a lot of role to play in determining who becomes the president in 2023, because based on reports, over 60% of the population are youth. Over 60% of the Nigerian population are between the age of less than 40 downward. It means who govern the country, who take over the country, who rule at that helms of affair in Nigeria, determine the future of this youth. And it happens that this youth doesn't have input to make. So the ball is in their court. The ball is in their court. They have every right now to make decision to say, okay, decide on who become the president. As we are talking now, ASU is on strike. As we are talking now, unemployment is going on the increase. And who are the people that are most burdened by this unemployment? Are the youth. The youth, they don't have any excuse if they don't actively participate in who becomes the president in 2023. Let's not forget. We shouldn't concentrate on who becomes the president alone. We have House of Assembly, we have House of Rep, we have Senate, we have governors, we have chairmen, we have councillors. Youth must play active role. If they cannot play that role of vying for any of the posts, they should be able to at least determine who becomes the president, who becomes the governor, who becomes their rep, who becomes their senator. They shouldn't be left behind.
Okay, that comes to the end of this wrap up this evening. My name remains Israel Beleme and
Mustafa.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please do not forget to subscribe to all our social and follow us on our social media handles. Also, do not forget to get regular news from us on our news website www.asfericnews.com, and I repeat www.asfericnews.com. Follow us on Twitter on Asferic News, on Instagram on Asferic News, on Facebook official Asferic News, and also do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get. Also, when you are subscribing, please try and click on notification button, the button icon for enable you get update on our notification buttons. And on Asferic TV, please do not forget to do that. Please, thank you very much for receiving and goodbye. Thank you. Thank you, sir.